All right, here we go. All right, this is called graphing in standard form. And remember, standard form is ax plus by equals c. And so if it looks like that, that's called standard form. So we have 6x, that's the ax. The by, b is -5. And the c is -5, right? I can write it up under there. ax plus by equals c. And it tells me that the 6 is the a, the -5 is the b, grab the sign with it, and there's a -5 as the c. I just wanted you to see that. That's not important for what we're doing today, but I wanted you to see how to tell standard form with two variables, okay? All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to come up with an x-intercept and a y-intercept. And if you'll remember, the x-intercept is going to touch the x-axis somewhere on the x-axis. The y-intercept will touch the y-axis somewhere. As I said, this is not difficult, but it can get confusing very fast. 6x minus 5y equals -5. That's the problem, right? First thing I'm going to do, first time I work it, I'm going to plug in a 0 for the x. So I'm going to say 6 times 0 minus 5y equals -5. Right? So on this ordered pair, I'm substituting 0 for x. So the answer is going to look something like this, 0 comma something. Let's figure out what that something is. 6 times 0 goes away because any time times 0 is 0. So I'm left with -5y equals -5. I'm going to solve for the y because that's what I need. I have an x, which is 0. I'm going to get a y. How do I solve for y? I'm going to divide by the -5 that's right there. Divide by -5. This one is the one I'm dividing by. It's gone. And I have y is equal, what is -5 divided by -5? If you struggle with that, guys, use your calculator. It's an easy thing to use a calculator on and not get something wrong. And you don't even have to put it in fraction format. You can just say divided by, because that's what that bar is. -5 divided by -5 equals 1. So y is 1. Okay? Now if I were to graph that, I would go sideways 0, positive 1. I would start at the origin, go sideways 0, so I'm not going sideways at all, and then go positive 1. That's my first point. That is 0, comma 1. Substitute 0 for x, solve for y, and on the y-axis put that dot. It tells you y equals 1, so go up to the 1 on the y-axis and put 1. That's the shortcut. Now we're going to work this problem again. 6x minus 5y equals -5. What do you think I'm going to do? Good. I'm going to put 0 in for the y. Plug in my 0 for the y. So in my ordered pair, it's going to look like something, which is my x, comma, my y is 0. We're going to do 4 of these, so don't panic too badly. Okay, -5 times 0 goes away, right? Because anything times 0 is itself. So now I have 6x is equal to -5. I want to solve for x, right? How do I solve for x? I'm going to divide by 6. These 6's cancel out. I have -5 divided by 6. Come over here with my handy dandy calculator, and I'm going to say -5 divided by 6 is -0.833. -0.83. Where is that? That is between 0 and -1 on our graphing between 0 and -1, closer to the -1. So it's right there. And then I'm going to draw a line through those two dots. And that is graphing by standard form. Not hard, just kind of confusing. Are you taking notes on your phone over there? Or
Yeah.
are you texting?
I'm not texting.
Okay.
I'm playing a game.
So let's put your phone away then, please. Thank you. Because I just did a whole lesson. We don't have paper. If you need paper, you probably need to try bringing that from home. Oh, thank you, Devin. Are you going to loan it to give him, please? Thank you. Ma'am? What do you mean? Oh, to get the problem again? Okay, yes. Thank you so much. Got it? Okay, all right, I'm fixing to do the next one. The next one's really easy. It's gonna be so easy. X plus y equals 1, right? So we're gonna come down here and rewrite it. X plus y equals 1. There's my problem. It's gonna be so easy. What's the implied number in front of each of these? If it doesn't have a number in front of it, it's a 1, right? Slide those ones in there. It helps you keep track of stuff. All right, so let's go. All right, what I want to do is the first time through, I want to plug the 0 in for x and find a y, right? So I'm going to say 1 times 0 plus 1y equals 1. So I plug the 0 in for x, right? Okay, you need taking notes? Okay. 1 times 0 goes away. So I have 1y equals 1. I'm going to solve for y, which means divide by 1 to both sides. What's 1 divided by 1? It's just 1. So go sideways 0, up 1, or go y equals 1. So you go to the y, 1, and put a dot. I'm going to work it again. This time, and put my 0 in for y. So I'm going to say 1x plus 1 times 0 equals 1. My 1 times 0 cancels out. That leaves me with 1x equals 1. Divide by 1 to both sides. And I get x equals 1. So this tells me go to the x equals 1. On the x-axis, put a dot on the 1. Draw through, connect the dots. And that's your graph. That one was super duper easy because everything was just ones. We're not going to do number 3. I need to go ahead and do number 3. Has everybody got number 2 copied that wants it? How you feeling about it? It's not too bad, is it? I'm going to come back to number 3. I want to do number 4. Because number 3 changes things up. I don't want to change anything up yet. So here's number 4. I'm going to rewrite the problem. 2x minus 5y equals 25. All right. I'm going to plug in 0 for x first. So this is my x, my y. So up here I'm going to plug in 0 for x. So it's 2 times 0 minus 5y equals 25. My 0 times 2 cancels out. What's left? See, that minus is with the 5. That means negative 5. So we rewrite everything that's left. That's negative 5y equals 25. How do I solve for y? I'm going to divide by the number that's right there with it. So I'm going to divide by negative 5 to both sides. Again, if you struggle with that type of math, very simple. Pull out your calculator, no big deal. It is 25 divided by negative 5. I'm trying to get it so you can see this without me covering up the problem. It's not going to let me, so I'm just going to put it right here, okay? So it's 25 divided by negative 5. Just hit enter. Your answer is negative 5. So you have y is equal to negative 5, so I'm going to put that negative 5 right there. Now that's an easy graph. You just got to go to the negative 5 on the y. See y? Let's see. See how you got a y right here? It tells you which axis you're working on. So we're going to go to y equals negative 5. Right down here to the negative 5, put it down. Y equals negative 5. That's your first stop. Then I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to work this same problem again. 2x minus 5y equals 25, but this time I'm going to put the 0 in for the y. Oh, can't see it, can you? Pull it on over. Put the 0 in for the y. So let's write it. We have 2x minus 5 times 0 equals 25. All right, my 0, negative 5 times 0 cancels out. So we have 2x is equal to 25. All right, solve for x. So I circle my x so I remember what I'm solving for. Move the thing that's next to x away. Divide by 2 to both sides. I have x is equal to 25 divided by 2. I don't know how to graph that, so I'm going to enter it in my calculator and get a number. 25 divided by 2 is 12.5. Positive. 12.5. That tells me to go on the x-axis to the 12.5 mark on the positive side. You can look at your graph and see that that's really not on there, but we can create a concept of it and get pretty close to where it might be, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it's in between 12 and 13. And then I'm gonna connect those two dots. There we go. Evan, you need to put your phone away, please, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Give everybody another second or two to finish copying it. Again, I'm recording this. It'll be a link on YouTube, to YouTube, and you can go back and watch it as many times as you need, just like the last 3 or 4 lessons I've done. Please make sure you go back and look at it if you need it.
What is it? How you find it on YouTube though?
In your Canvas, under the module, you'll see under each worksheet, there's a thing I've entered called video. You click on that and there'll be a
Video?
link. It's called video. You click on that and there's a YouTube link, takes you straight to my YouTube. Do you see it? Go to module, go to the module on graphing, and then go down near the end of the module.
You said near the end?
Near the end of the module, there's, it's not at the end, but it's near the end, before the quiz. There should be 2 videos around the bottom of that module. Do you see them?
It says video?
Yeah,
Alright.
okay. Because you didn't get my quiz for me yet. So there's some, you can watch the videos for the quiz, take the quiz, okay?
Yeah, this one.
All right. Okay, one more. This one is totally different from the rest. That's why I saved it till last. X equals -2. Well, as you've seen, when we got x equals 12.5 over on this one over here, that meant go to the 12.5 on x and draw a dot. This one says x equals -2. So I'm going to go to the -2 on x and draw a dot. If you're struggling with which one's x and y, they're labeled. This one's x. Go to the -2 and draw a dot. There is no y equals. There's no y equals. So there's not going to be another dot. Okay? This one is simply going to follow the y-axis up and down. And that's it. X equals -2. Go to the -2 on the x. Okay? And that's it for today. We'll come back at 4th period. I'll do a couple more of these. Please make sure you take good notes so you'll be ready for them, okay? All right. See y'all then.